I guess I just don't get it. I don't know why Dragic played so many damn minutes in the fourth quarter. I don't know why Io has seemingly forgot how to play basketball. I don't know why the only guy that we're talking about trading in Coby White had to be the player to step up and save us. Pat had over 15 points tonight, but it was also kind of quiet. And he did do a lot of positive things, and we get on Pat a lot on this show. So it was nice to see him answer that call at least a little bit. The last show we talked about with DeMar out, how we really needed extra from him, and he gave us a little extra tonight, but you still saw more from the guy that you might be letting walk or you might be trading in Coby White. And I guess that might be a fun topic to talk about at some point is, does Coby White have more potential than Patrick Williams? You know, I mean, because at least
you got to be real careful, because I have found that there is a very profound group of people that are Patrick Williams fans, and I put that tweet out about how because listen, in my opinion, the Vucevic trade wasn't worse than them drafting Pat, because at least I can't be happy with the swing if I'm pissed off at the miss. Does that make sense? Like if I'm yelling at something, swing the bat, but you miss, I can't be mad at you. I told you to swing the bat. We wanted something big. We wanted a good player to pair with Zach LaVine, so that's why I like the Vooch trade.
Yeah, and given the assets they were left with after not doing anything with the 4th overall pick and selecting Patrick, Vooch was really what your only real option was. We didn't want Gobert. We've seen how that has played out. Maybe a better fit with an offensive-minded LaVine than Vucevic. I mean, we kind of touched on it last show. Look at Lowry right now. I mean, there's not a lot of things that Vooch does that Lowry can't do outside of being a more predominant post presence. So if we were going this route of just saying fuck defense, well, you might as well have just kept Lowry. And if you kept Lowry, you wouldn't have had to draft Pat. And then you have all these assets.
But you had Lowry when you drafted Pat.
Yeah.
But you had no intention of keeping Lowry. And again, I don't know if he would have done that here. So like I've always said, a change of scenery can be the best thing for somebody. But I did find within that tweet that there's a lot of people that love Patrick Williams and think that I'm blowing, that's a bad take, and which is fine. I mean, I have bad takes. I mean, he might turn around and become a 20-time All-Star and blow us away. Like, it might happen. I mean, I'd be willing to set myself on fire maybe if that actually did happen. 20-time All-Star. That's why I said that. I got to stop making these stupid bets on here.
Yeah, I mean, at least 20-time All-Star.
It only happens after a couple Miller Lights. But I digress. But I still stand by that. I don't think he's going to be very good. He doesn't look good now. Like, you're talking about a good game from 6 for 11, 2 for 6 from downtown, 4 for 4. We really need him tonight because we're missing DeMar DeRozan. He plays 26 minutes.
No, I mean, that's the problem. Is our standard of good game is, oh my God, he made it over 15 points again. And I don't know that that's a great standard. And when we talk about his defense, and it's not bad, but I think Pat's defense looks so good because nobody else on this team can play defense outside of Alex Caruso.
I don't think he has a quick first step against most forwards or guards.
I think Javonte Green probably is more adept at staying in front of people most nights. Also issue there, not the greatest offensive player. Probably a better cutter still. And I don't know why Pat is still so hesitant to take more threes. Though we begged for more threes from Zach, and tonight we got, was it 1 for 7 from 3 from Zach?
1 for 8, bud.
1 for 8. Okay, let's add an extra one on there. No, and it's really hard to try to get on Zach tonight because despite shooting like complete shit, I don't know that I've ever seen Zach attack the basket more in a single game.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's where the bulk of his points came from, right?
Yeah, I mean, and there was calls that were left on the table as well. But when you're shooting, was it 15 free throws?
Yeah, 14 for 15 tonight. Hey, I got to give him credit. The shot wasn't falling, but he basically hit all of his free throws. And I just said the other day, free throws were good.
That's what's so disappointing about that performance is if he makes even just like 3 more shots, or we're talking about 1, a closer game, and 2, probably a great game for Zach just because he did the thing that we're always asking him to do, and that's attack. And it's just so.
It's funny looking at the stat line and say you didn't see the field goal attempts and the free throws, and somebody looks at that. Wow, wow, what a game. And it's just like, no, it was actually pretty unimpactful.
It's pretty atrocious.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
Coby White led the team in points tonight, correct?
No, not in points. No, Zach had 25.
Okay.
Believe it or not. He had a couple shots there in the fourth, but he had 25 points for Zach. He had 5 assists and 6 boards. Coby White had 7 for 15 tonight, 4 for 9 from downtown, 1 for 1 from the free throw line, 19 points, 6 assists, and 6 rebounds. Only 1 turnover, too. Coby White is averaging over 20 minutes a game. I wrote an article about this on Tap today. But Coby White is averaging over 20 minutes a game, and he's averaging less than 1 turnover a game. And today's NBA is pretty, for somebody that handles the ball kind of like he does sometimes. I mean, that's pretty impressive.
Well, no, for somebody who was drafted as a point guard and then forced into a shooting guard because of his lack of ball security. No, obviously that's positive improvement, especially since we don't have the semblance of a point guard right now. It's just tough because once again, even with Coby's defensive improvements, him and Zach on the floor together is just an atrocious combination out on the perimeter.
Yeah, but you know what? Maybe the old Coby. Maybe the old Coby that's fair for. I don't know. I mean, I'm not going to talk up.
You saying Coby should get the starting nod right now, the way that Io's playing?
Yeah, well, dude, you kind of said it a little bit ago. I mean, it's seemingly like he forgot how to play basketball. Those are your, you just said that. And like, I'm looking at Coby, who's a guy that
who just remembered how to play basketball.
If he gets going, that's the thing. There's no consistency here. So these arguments are so empty because there's nothing really to back it up with. He can provide offense to alleviate Vooch, Zach, and DeMar, but he could also be good enough if playing the way he is now to maybe run the unit and be still effective because he's got a pretty good relationship, at least on the court, with Vucevic. It always seemed like they work pretty decent together. He's played with Zach since he's gotten in the league. They've had their moments. They'd be very bad individually.
I would love to see a compilation of plays where Coby is raising his hands like this on shots that Zach took and plays that Zach is raising his arms like this on shots that Coby took, just like back and forth, just alternate. It would probably be like 10 minutes long, but I would love to see.
Just what do you think, though? Like, do you think it would work? Do you think it's worth a shakeup if they want to compete? And if they really do want to move him, if he's the easiest person to move, I mean, that's a showcase, right?
Yeah, I mean, the more minutes you give him, the more opportunity he has to boost his value. But the way that Io's playing right now with Caruso's lack of defense, if DeMar is going to continue not to play, which hopefully we get a further update on that situation, because he looked pretty all right in the Wizards game, squaring up across the court with Bradley Beal at the end of the game, dancing, shimmying. Like, he looked like he was in good spirits. Didn't seem to be too down. But then again, I guess we saw Javante dancing, and then he went and had a knee surgery. So that's, I guess, not a very good indication. But if DeMar is not going to be playing for the near future here, I think you do have to insert Coby because otherwise you just don't have another ball handler.